russosbrand.com, where the pros are the pros. I just want to get your take on these releases because, bro, I swear, the one thing that just blows me away is, and bro, I don't know, I guess it's because of the system and the people you have in charge, and their history. Like, bro, the first time I ever saw Dakota Kai, the first time, I said to myself, yeah, exactly. I said to myself, she's never going to get over. The first time I saw Shayna Baszler, I said to myself, she's never going to get over. So, like, I'm just asking myself, why is it that I can see this immediately, but it's taking them years and years and years and thousands of dollars invested on this talent until they finally figure out they ain't ever going to get over. We need to cut them. And my thing is this, bro, when is somebody going to be held accountable? Like, do you know how many misses there have been through that NXT system? Bro, I put up a tweet yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, of everyone Triple H is pointing to is gone. I put pictures of Amber Moon. There was Amber Moon. There was Ricochet. There was the Bearcat. And you know who the fourth picture was of? He was pointing to?
I saw it, but I don't remember.
Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
But there was one of him pointing at Sasha.
Yeah, you're like if Triple H points at you, run away.
Exactly. But I mean, bro, listen, I know Shawn and Hunter are buddies, and that's why Shawn's in the spot. I know Triple H and Road Dogg are buddies, and that's why Road Dogg is a head writer. I understand all that. Bro, when does TKO throw the red flag on that bullshit? When
everything is stripped down and has the lowest payroll and cost margin and the highest profit margin from $40,000 tickets, because that's what they're trying to do is, like any company, before you strip it down, is get the books to the lowest to show the highest profit, so then you can sell it at a higher rate. And then when the company that buys it knows they got fleeced and they got to fucking hire all those people back because they don't have people to fill that position. And then those people come back and usually command a 40% higher pay raise. So it's all a work and run by workers, so they can act like this is the greatest coach ever. And sure, those kids are learning from Shawn Michaels and whatnot, but like you said, none of them are there to get over. The coaches know it. They don't know how to get over because they didn't live it. They didn't live it on the road. They didn't live it at Killer Kowalski's or Killer Karashki's dojo. They didn't go and seek out Jose Lothario and have
Johnny
to be
Rods, bro.
Johnny Rods, Rip Rogers. Like, they didn't go through. They're just signing up for what seems to be a community college, you know, and nobody's coming out with a doctorate in thugonomics or wrestling when they do that, because it's a fast track program, so they can go, see, we got them through and got them on TV, and those guys at the top keep their job and they know it's a work, and they look at those talents the same way we do. And it's not a slight on Dakota Kai. It's not a slight on, it's they're hiring these young girls that look like Pokemon powder puff Japanese girls that got a little indie cred, and ripping them through the system, and they think they're over because they're being worked by these guys so they can keep these top positions, and then there's no payoff. So we just have investment upon investment with zero return at the end of the day.
It's funny because, Ben, it's like last night I'm watching the show and I'm watching this Julia. And I'm like, I'm looking at this Gulia and I'm like, bro, they just let Shotzi go. This is Shotzi. And quite frankly, I think Shotzi had a better look. So you're replacing Shotzi with Shotzi only to let Shotzi go in 6 months?
That's what I kind of put over last week. Maybe not as eloquently, but like, the Dakota Kai crew that came through is the B+ version of the ones that came before it. Now you have a D- version of the B+ version, and you couldn't get the B version over, barely could get the A version over. So what are we doing with these, the replacements of the replacements?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you could.
And then on a ledger sheet, not that Shotzi was making a ton of money, or whoever came before her that did the gimmick, like a Victoria, something along those lines. What are they now paying that Julia Gulia?
That's a great point.
To strip down from 200,000 to 120,000. We saved 80 there. We saved 80 there. We saved 100. And then when you go to sell it to the Saudis, your profit margins are high.
Bro, let me ask you this. Look, honestly, I mean, let's talk about Shawn and Hunter. Bro, when Shawn does the hat and the hug and Hunter does the finger point, this and the other thing, bro, are we maybe looking at this the wrong way? Are Shawn and Hunter graduating them because they'll be good little hands, or do they really believe these wrestlers, Rosie Perez is going to be a star? I mean, honestly, like, what do you think the mindset is?
That they're great white shark workers, and they, as much as they want to say they respect the fans, they don't. They, behind closed doors, they go, well, they'll eat anything we feed them. Just put her out there. Just keep the machine trucking along. Like, they don't look at Rosie and go, this girl is gonna be the one. You know what I mean? The whoop whoops. They're gonna take us to where we need. Oh, the witches of Eastwick, Alba, they're the ones. Like, no, they can't stop that machine going, because it'll look like that they're not graduating people through, right? Of like, but you put this over being a baseball super fan. If you're in AAA and you suck, you don't get drafted to the Yankees to get a shot and go, oh, he got to the Yankees, he fucked it up.
And not only that, if the team cuts you, it's the scout's ass. The scout's ass.
Yeah.
Bro, with that scout, if you handpicked a player that goes through the system and thousands of dollars were spent to develop that player, and then that player never makes it to the majors, it's your ass, bro.
Yeah. And then back that up with 2 statues, 90-minute speeches at 2 a.m., 4 belts. Doesn't all this seem like they've got a whole agenda of their own? Like, instead of, I'm the head of creative, I need to make the best show possible. Really? If I'm the director of a fucking huge multi-billion-dollar weekend of creative that I've spent a lot of time on, I'm not keeping my roster up till 3 a.m. to do self-egregious fucking putovers of myself. I want everyone well rested. We've got a huge performance we have to deliver, and then we under-deliver.
Yeah.
It's called one of the worst mania. Like, that stuff exposes who those guys are and what they're really in it for.